Hello students, I am Kinjal Parmar. Welcome back to the video lecture series of Digital Fundamental. Today we will discuss synchronous up counter. So let's start with the definition of synchronous counter and up counter. This synchronous up counter, so here we use that synchronous counter. So this synchronous counter is basically a group of flip-flops in which all the flip-flops receive same clock signal. Okay, this synchronous counter is basically a counter in which all flip-flops receive same clock signal. That means all flip-flop will be activated at the same time. Okay, all flip-flop will be activated at the same time, and here we have a up counter. This up counter is basically a counter which counts from small to large. That means it counts in an upward direction like 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n. Okay, so this is up counter. Now this synchronous up counter can be designed using flip-flops, right? So to design n-bit synchronous up counter, we have to use n flip-flops having same clock signal. Okay, so we have to use n flip-flops using same external clock signals. That means all flip-flop will be triggered by same external clock signal. Here this flip-flops in a synchronous up counter has same clock signals, right? So that's why this synchronous counter is known as parallel counter, because all flip-flops will work simultaneously, that means parallelly. Okay, so here this synchronous counter is basically known as parallel counter. In synchronous up counter, inputs can be applied to the flip-flops. Okay, here we apply inputs to the flip-flops for up counting. Okay, so here in a synchronous up counter, this flip-flops will be toggled or not. It depends on flip-flops input, not on external clock signal. Okay, because here in this synchronous counter we have flip-flops having same clock signals. Okay, we have a flip-flops having same clock signals. Okay, and to count the values, here we apply input. Okay, here we apply input to the flip-flops, so such that it will count in a upward directions. Okay, so here we can decide input of flip-flops, but here we have a fixed external clock signal for all the flip-flops. Okay, remember here in a synchronous counter we have to apply our input of a flip-flops for counting. Okay, according to our input values, flip-flop have a toggle mode and it will be count our values. Okay, it will be counts our values. That means this values of a counters. Okay, so here in a synchronous counter we have a same clock signal for all flip-flops, and inputs are different, and which we can calculate according to requirement. Here we require synchronous up counter. Okay, so let's discuss this synchronous up counter with example. Here we have a 3-bit synchronous up counter. Okay, here we have a 3-bit synchronous up counter. Now to design 3-bit we have to use 3 flip-flops. Okay, and here we have a synchronous, that means all flip-flops must have same clock signal, right? And here we have a up counter. So up counter, that means it counts in upward directions. For 3-bit we have a total 2⁻3, that means 8 possible values. Okay, which is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 7. Okay, so here using 3-bit we can count like this. Okay, so here we have this clock pulse and we have a output, that is for Q3, Q2, Q1. As for a counter we measure output from this Q3, Q2, Q1. So we require this kind of output for a synchronous up counter. So for this output, what will be the value of input? Okay, here we have our desired output and we can calculate input combinations for this output. Okay, so let's design this 3-bit synchronous up counter with JK flip flop. So here first observe this value. Okay, we write binary of this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then again our counter will be restarted, so it will be 0, then 1, and so on. Okay, so to design this up counter for this kind of sequence, we have to measure one by one input value. Okay, so first observe value for Q1. Okay, here first observe Q1. So the value of Q1 is basically toggled every time. For each and every clock pulse, value of Q1 is toggled 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, right? For each and every clock pulse, output of Q1 is toggled. So we can say that for Q1 we have to apply input in a such a manner that we have a toggle conditions, and when we have a toggle condition, so when our input are 1, 1, that's why for Q1 in a toggle mode we have this J1 K1 is equals to 1, 1. Okay, whenever we have a J1 K1 is equals to 1, 1, so our flip flop will be toggled. So each and every times whenever we apply clock pulse, our output will be toggled. Okay, so here we have a J1 K1 input for this 3-bit synchronous up counter. Now let's observe this Q2 sequence. Okay, so here this Q2 will toggle its state for first here this Q2 will toggle. Okay, here this Q2 will toggle when Q1 is equals to 1. Okay, when Q1 is equals to 0, we have a no change state. Okay, and when this Q1 is equals to 1, we have a toggle state. That means our output will toggled over here, and again also here we have this output will be toggled when this Q1 is equals to 1. Okay, so whenever we have a Q1 is equals to 1, we have a toggle conditions, else our output will be in a no change conditions. Okay, so here also our output will toggled also, right? So using this logic we can calculate this input of second flip flop. So here we have this input of second flip flop, that is J2 K2 is equals to Q1. Okay, why this J2 K2 is equals to Q1? Because when Q1 is equals to 0, this J2 K2 is equals to 0, 0, and whenever we have a JK is equals to 0, 0, we have a no change conditions, right? So our output is in a no change conditions for Q2, and whenever we have a Q1 is equals to 1, so J2 K2 is equals to 1. So whenever we have a J2 K2 is equals to 1, we have a toggle conditions, and as whenever here we have a Q1 is equals to 1, our output of Q2 will toggle. Okay, remember whenever we have a Q1 is equals to 1, here for a Q2 our output will toggle. Okay, so that's why here we have a J2 K2 is equals to Q1. Okay, so this is our second flip flop's input. Now let's calculate input for a third flip flop. So here this third flip flop will toggle when both the output Q2 and Q1 are 1. Okay, whenever we have a Q2 and Q1 is equals to 1, here our output will toggle. Here also when Q2 and Q1 will 1, we have this toggle conditions, or there is a change of state. Okay, there is a change of state only when this Q2 Q1 is equals to 1. Here in a third flip flop we have a change of output only for the conditions when Q2 Q1 is equals to 1. Okay, and for other conditions we have a no change condition. That means if Q2 Q1 is any of the input are 0, so our end operations output will be 0, right? Into Q1 into Q2. If 0 0 or 0 1 or 1 0 conditions, every time this Q1 into Q2 will be 0. That means whenever we have this end operations is 0, we have a no change conditions, and when this Q2 Q1 is equals to 1 1, we have a change of state for a third flip flop. That's why here we have a J3 K3 is equals to Q1 into Q2. Okay, that's why here we have a J3 K3 is equals to Q1 into Q2. Okay, so whenever this Q1 into Q2 will equal to 1, we have a toggle conditions because Q1 into Q2 is equals to 1 into 1. So we have a J3 K3 is equals to 1, and that's why we have a toggle conditions, and our output will be toggled only for this condition. For other conditions, for 0 0 or 0 1 or 1 0, we have a 0. That means we have a no change state. Okay, so this is how we can calculate our input conditions for 3-bit synchronous up counter. If we have a 4-bit, so here also we have a next conditions for J4 K4, which is equal to Q1 Q2 Q3. Okay, so here we have a 3-bit synchronous up counter. So for synchronous counter we have to apply same external clock signal, and we can decide input according to our sequence. So here we have this sequence, and for calculating this sequence we have a required inputs are this, that is J1 K1 is equals to 1, J2 K2 is equals to Q1, and J3 K3 is equals to Q1 into Q2. So using this logic we can design our logical diagram of 3-bit synchronous up counter. So here we have a logical diagram of 3-bit synchronous up counter. Here we have a 3-bit, that's why we have a 3 flip-flop. So here we have a 3 flip-flops, and inputs are J1 K1, outputs are Q1 Q1 dash. Here we have a J2 K2, Q2 Q2 dash, J3 K3, Q3 Q3 dash. Now here in input, this J1 K1 is equals to 1, which we calculated previously. Okay, so here J1 K1 is equals to 1. That in a J2 K2 we have a Q1, so we connect Q1 over here in a J2 K2, and in a J3 K3 we have a Q1 into Q2 dash. Okay, in a J3 K3 we have a Q1 into Q2 dash. So here we use this AND gate, and here we apply this Q1 and Q2, and ending of this will apply to this J3 K3. Okay, so this is how we can design this synchronous counter, and here we have a same external clock signal for all the 3 flip-flops. That means all the 3 flip-flops can count simultaneously. Okay, for each and every clock pulse we have a values. Okay, so here for a same clock signals all 3 flip-flops will trigger at the same time. Now here we have applied negative age trigger flip-flops. We can also use positive age trigger flip-flop. In this synchronous counter, this negative age trigger flip-flop or positive age trigger flip-flop doesn't change our output. Okay, it just changes that either our output will provide at a negative age or our output will provide it at a positive age. Okay, that's only the change in this negative age trigger flip-flops or a positive age trigger flip-flops. Okay, so in a synchronous counter we can apply either positive age trigger flip-flop or negative age trigger flip-flop. In a synchronous counter we can apply either positive age trigger flip-flop or negative age trigger flip-flops. Here we apply negative age trigger flip-flop. That means our output will produced at negative age of clock signal. Okay, so what are the waveforms for this 3-bit synchronous up counter? So here we have a waveform characteristics for 3-bit synchronous up counter. We have a external clock signal, this Q1, Q2, Q3. Okay, as soon as we apply clock signal, this Q1 will work, then Q2, Q3, all 3 simultaneously work. So first whenever we have a Q1, it will toggle its state continuously, then Q2 will toggle its state when this Q1 is equals to 1, and Q3 will toggle its state when Q1 and Q2 both will 1. Okay, and this is how we can design this beats. Okay, and we can calculate this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then again our counter will restart it. Okay, so here whenever we have this Q1 is equals to 1, we have a changes of output. Whenever we have this Q1 is equals to 1, we have a change of output, that is toggle. Okay, whenever we have a Q1 is equals to 0, we have a no change state, and whenever we have a Q1 is equals to 1, we have a change of output, that is toggle. Okay, because we apply Q1, and when Q1 is equals to 1, our flip-flops are in a toggle mode. So here this flip-flops are toggled over here. Also here we have this 1, so here our output will toggle for Q2. Okay, Here also our output will toggle. Okay, so this is for Q2. Whenever this Q1 is equals to 1, we have a toggle conditions because we apply input like this. Okay, and for Q3, whenever this Q1 and Q2 both are equal to 1, okay, here we have a both are equal to 1, so we have a toggle conditions, and here also we have a both are 1, so here also we have a toggle conditions, and using this we can design this Q3, we calculate Q3, and as we write bits for this Q1, Q2, Q3, and we measure our output like in this manner Q3, Q2, Q1. So here we have a 3-bit sequence, okay, which counts value from 0 to 7. It counts total 8 value from 0 to 7. So this is how we can design 3-bit synchronous up counter. Synchronous counter, that means we have to apply input according to our sequence, but clock of the flip-flops are same. Okay, here for all the flip-flops we have a same clock signals, and here we have to decide input values for each and every flip-flops. In a synchronous up counter, first flip-flop has a input 1, then second flip-flop has a input that is previous flip-flop output, that is Q1, and in a third flip-flop we have a Q1 into Q2. If we have a fourth flip-flop, so we have a Q1 into Q2 into Q3. Using this input value, we can design any synchronous up counter. So this is how synchronous up counter can work. Thank you.